It seems like every day I'm covering a story about her buying more Coinbase. Cathie Wood, being the Bitcoin bull she is, continues to buys another 2.5 million of Coinbase shares, right? So she's been very bullish recently, buying a ton of Coinbase. I think it's like the 12th time within a single month, right? So Coinbase has been rallying up recently. Today down slightly, but overall, if you look at the trend, it's down about 83%, if I'm calculating correctly, 83% from its peak. So it definitely got decimated along with the whole crypto market, right? But if Bitcoin is going to come back up, we know Coinbase, one of the premier exchanges, the largest one in the United States, they will probably trend up just like Bitcoin, right? So maybe Cathie Wood is onto something. Buy low and sell high. So that's pretty good news. And then as for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is still doing its thing. And this is what I mean by doing its thing. Recovering up in a good way. But there's a lot of, again, models and indicators and on-chain metrics that show that, yeah, it's definitely recovering from its bottom. Here's one that's looking at the EMA ribbon, which is just a combination of all these moving averages. And usually when it flips into the green, that's a sign of good things to come. And it did. It did. And this is on a daily chart. And also, I know a lot of you guys like patterns, fractal patterns like this, comparing where we are now versus the 2019 recovery. We had a horrific fall in 2017 or 2018, leading into 2019. We stayed there for months upon months. Then we finally broke through a trend line and boom, we started heading higher, right? And this was before the halving event. Our last halving event was in March of 2020. So recovery started happening in 2019. When is the next halving event? 2024. So we go see that recovery a year before in 2023? Quite possibly. I'm going to say yes, because Bitcoin has been doing its thing and following its 4-year cycle pattern since the beginning. No reason to think why it won't follow it again. Crypto.com, unfortunately, is following Coinbase, cutting 20% of its workforce as a firm braces for crypto winter. See, the thing is, we've been in crypto winter for like a year now, right? If you've survived this long, I don't know why you need to cut now. The funny thing is, if the market starts recovering, and let's say Bitcoin still, continues to trend upwards to 25, 30,000, what these exchanges have to do is rehire, because you're going to have a ton of people FOMOing back in, right? So the timing of it's a little weird, but maybe they have no choice. Crypto.com, blockchain.com, Coinbase.com, they all recently announced about 20% staff reduction. The only exchange that actually said they're hiring this year and not firing is Binance. So that kind of shows you the difference between being prepared and not prepared, or the difference between exchange that's making money hands over fist versus exchange that's not making any money. You choose. What else is there? FTX is allowed by the bankruptcy judge to sell their assets. This was already talked about recently. They have a lot of assets, LedgerX, FTX Japan, FTX Europe, and others that can fetch up to about $5 billion. Okay, $5 billion, plus they recently recovered $5 billion with their crypto and liquid assets. So that's $10 billion. So is there a hope? Is there a chance that FTX depositors could be made whole? I don't know about 100% whole, but I mean, that's a lot. That's like $10 billion they're going to recover. So, and then let's not forget, there's another $500 million that the Bahamian government holds too. So, maybe there's a chance that most people come out whole on this. We'll see. But it's looking good It's sounding good at least. Not looking good. It's sounding good right now. But we'll see if that's really the case when this all, I don't know, wraps up. All right, what else is there? Solana is doing a good recovery right now. A lot of L1s are recovering well. Polygon is doing well. I just talked about them yesterday. They're going to do a hard fork next week, right? Solana going up. Says at least Citibank, they're tracking Solana for some reason, saying that their NFT volume is exploding and still trending upwards. So that's good. They also had a meme coin that kind of helped them drive things up. Boink, right? But outside of that, Avalanche has been doing really well, trying to recover back up. A lot of big partnerships with AWS and Spotify, or not Spotify, Shopify, and even the World Chess Foundation. We have a lot of L1s right now, recovering quite nicely. So it's definitely good to see. It's good to see. Nexo was raided by the Bulgarian government recently, or the authorities. Now they want to sue them back because they think it's ridiculous. They don't even operate in Bulgaria somehow, but they're headquartered there. And so they're just claiming that, they've been targeted for no good reason, right? So I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know how many of you guys use Nexo still, but just be careful if you are. It doesn't matter if they're trying to sue them or not. The Bulgarian government could just force them to leave or shut down. So just be careful. Be careful. It was looking bad for the Bears yesterday, and still looking bad. You got 300 million shorts wrecked over here, and then another like 300, 400 million over here, right? The bears do not learn, or just greedy traders. The ones that refuse to believe continue to stack short leverage plays. They're going to get wrecked, and we will see more short squeezes, and it's about time. We've seen way too many long squeezes. We need some short squeezes, a lot more of it to drive us higher, but definitely in the works. All right, let's do some. So, all good things right now, or at least today. Bitcoin is still looking like it wants to trend higher, and the U.S. market is still in the red. So, it looks like it's decoupled. And I have noticed this too, and I've shared this with you guys, that Bitcoin is more of a leading indicator of markets right now, right? So if Bitcoin's going up, there's a really good chance the U.S. market flips to the green. Just wait. Because I've noticed over the last 6 months or so, Bitcoin is actually the leading indicator of what's to come. So if Bitcoin is still doing well, crypto is still doing well, that could be a very good sign for U.S. market.